Evening all, how are we doing? I just couldn't remember what the hell I was doing for a minute then. So it's not like there's that many buttons to choose from. Oh dear me. How's it going anyway? It's been a moment. We're all well. I've got crumbs everywhere apparently, somehow. Cat's probably not helped with that. Mind you. Whatever does. Ah, Monday. Shiny new week. How's everyone doing? Everyone having a good one? Right. Something feels like it's on my hand, but it's not. Weird. Shall we see if we can bump the volume up a tiny little bit over there. There we go. That's a bit better. Ooh, my eyeball didn't like something. So, start of a shiny new week. We're going to dive into some Oblivion. Looking forward to. It's been a minute. We've all had a good weekend. I've had a busy one. Kind of had something that felt like a mini holiday, really. Everspace 2 at 70% off at £12.60. That's a decent deal if you like that sort of thing. On Steam. Yeah, I went up to Leeds to the Royal Armouries and for a Doom launch event. You can find the link in chat at the top there. And yeah, had a really good time. And also took advantage of the fact that my brother lives there to go and visit him, which I have not done in a while. And it was definitely necessary, so yeah, happy about that. So, yeah, everything seems to be working today so far, which is a win. So last time we cleared Kvatch and saved the town. In the sense that there's a handful of people still alive, everybody else is dead, the count is dead, the town's in ruins, and we killed a lot of Daedra though. Because doing this level 15 was not the play, to be honest. But there we go, just what it is. We survived. I had to run rings around them and wait for the captain of the guard to pop up and then...
Good to see you. Get
whacked back down again, and then pop up again and get whacked back down again. So my armour's a bit on the busted side. I don't have a horse either, so that could be problematic. That's something we should probably look into maybe attending to today. I had poor Prior Mabel, or whatever his name was. You know, the guy at Wayne and Priory was happy to lend me his horse that he's not going to get back because it got killed in the wilderness somewhere. What can you do, you know? So yeah, saved Kvatch. We are geared up. We're currently wearing the what's it called? Sort of the armour of the Order, which is Gauntlets of the Order of Akatosh or something, wasn't it? I forget exactly. But, we did a quest to pick this stuff up. It's a DLC from the remastered version. It's new for the remastered version. It allows me to level scaling weapons and armour, or scale with me if I want to use that. And I actually quite like the way this looks, apart from the weird wings on the top of my helmet there. Not a fan of those. Everything, I know they're supposed to be dragon wings and stuff, but they look a bit silly. You'd be better off just like embossing them on the chest, although I do like the chest design. Anyway, I've still got my dwarven legs on though, which is problematic, and I don't appear to have the appropriate greaves. I've got carry weight enough for them, I guess, so we'll see if I can't get some of those. This is a guy I need to talk to get more. Yeah.
Do you want another treasure blessed by Akatosh?
Yeah, Akatosh's heavy trousers, please.
What do you want?
An armor
Very
piece.
well. Which category?
Heavy armor, please.
Which heavy armor piece would you like?
Greaves, please.
Here's your item, Paladin. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll do for now.
Naturally. Bye.
Bye. Here's a pair of metal pants for you. Right, so I can put these on now. My gauntlets are a bit busted. I could get another set of those while I'm here. Or I could repair them, which is also kind of tempting. slight improvement in my protection, but I lose a little bit of fire resistance. So that's fine. I just kept those because I was fighting a bunch of Daedra. So I might see about repairing those gauntlets for a minute. Do I have any? I might not have any repair hammers at the moment. I might have used them all. Looks like that's the case. Well, answer that question. Then we'll get a new set from him and just bin the busted ones because they're not worth anything anyway. Equipment.
What do you want?
Armor.
Very well.
Heavy armor. Gauntlets.
Here's your item. Naturally. Be seeing you.
Wonderful. So let's get some better trousers on. No, some better hand gear on, guards on, and drop that like that. Cool. We're rolling. Now, I think I'll get a nice little nap till morning. And then we'll...
No, really. Smoke and fire.
Then we'll see if we can't find Martin. Oh, what's this morning? 5, so 1 hour should do it, actually. There we go. Wonderful. So, I need to find Mr. Martin Septim somewhere down here. Group of survivors that barricade themselves in the chapel, and now they should be down here. So, I think... there's much to do right now. I think the play is to take Martin back to... what's it called? Yeah, Coral, basically. But I don't have a horse to do that with, which does slightly suck a bit. If I remember correctly, I mean, I get horses in lots of places, but the best horse to get would probably be, I think, Shadenhall? I don't know if I'll fast travel Martin, because if I can, I might do that and then pick up a horse in Shadenhall and do at least one quest we've got over there, and there'll be a bunch more afterwards. So Martin is over here.
What could we have done to deserve this?
Good to see you. I've looked everywhere. Perhaps
There he
you're
is.
still in Quatch, in a basement, hiding. Yes?
Sup, buddy?
Maybe we can rebuild. But things will never be the same. We had everything here. Beautiful gardens, fresh mountain air. Did you know Quatch had the only arena in Cyrodil outside the Imperial City? All gone now, though. Just smoke and mud and rubble.
I'm sure you'll manage, eventually. Right. Brother Martin.
I heard about how you helped the guard drive the Daedra back. Well done.
I know this voice. Come with me, you're in danger. The Emperor told me to find you. Ooh, which? Well, let's go with you're in danger for now.
Danger, you say? You came here to tell me this. Explain yourself or leave me alone. There are many others here who actually need your help.
You're Martin, right? The priest?
Yes, I'm a priest. Do you need a priest? I don't think I'll be much help to you. I'm having trouble understanding the gods right now. If all this is part of a divine plan,
A little shine on the back of him there from the sunlight.
have anything to do with it.
There's a plan and part of it. Gods or not, we need your help. Gods or not, we need your help.
If you came to me for help, you're more of a fool than you look. Look around. What good is a priest?
You're Uriel Septim's son.
Emperor Uriel Septim? You think the Emperor is my father? No,
The eyes
you're
went rather
the wrong
wide.
man. I am a priest of Akatosh. My father was a farmer.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. Emperor knew you were in danger.
You spoke to the Emperor before he died? And he told you to find me?
Well, more or less, yes.
I don't know. It's strange. I think you might actually be telling the truth. What does this mean? What do you want from me?
Come with me to Wayne Priory.
You destroyed the Oblivion Gate, they say. You gave them hope. You helped them drive the Daedra back.
Sure did.
I'll come with you to Wayne Priory and hear what Joffrey has to say. Lead on.
You would go on to say that name a lot more times.
Just keep going until I drop.
Sean Bean, wouldn't he? It ended well for him, or at least not for the character he was playing at the time. So, fast travel is a weird thing in games like this. It's practical, but at the same time, I kind of like the idea of riding from place to place. I don't, however, feel like walking all the way to Wayne Priory is the play. I could also cut through the mountains, but yeah, without a horse, I'm going to fast travel. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, Martin will deign to come with me. I assume he will.
Help! You must help! They're killing everyone at Wayne Priory.
That's not good. What happened?
I don't know. I think they're right behind me. Prior Maberel is dead.
Well, at least he won't be upset that his horse is dead, then. Who's attacking?
I was in the sheepfold when they attacked. I heard the prior
Probably the
talking to
Daedra
someone.
behind him, or possibly...
Looked around the corner to see who it was. They looked like travelers, ordinary. Suddenly, weapons appeared in their hands, and they cut the prior down before he could move. They saw me watching, and I ran.
So I'm going to go ahead and assume that would be more Mythic Dawn guys. It was Mythic Dawn, wasn't it? Cultists. Where's Joffrey?
I don't know. In the chapel, praying, I think. You must help us. By the gods!
Yeah, Mythic Dawn, there we go.
Paradise awaits. Use a hand here. Die, unbeliever. The dawn is breaking. Be glad you will not live to see the day Lord Dagon walks the earth.
Who are they? Watch out, there may be more of them!
Paradise awaits me. Only the chosen will survive.
Well, there's a lot of weird shouting going on there from Brother What's-His-Face, but we got there in the end. Ordinary travellers, not enough for those clothes, they're not. Right. I don't think I need that. Oh wait, I can use it for patience, can't I? Been a minute. My head was in another game for a second there. Right, before we press on, let me just quickly check a thing. Okay. Cool. Right.
I think we should find your friend Joffrey at once.
Inclined to agree.
I'm with you.
To put up a respectable fight, didn't he? Said Joffrey was in the chapel praying. That looked like a chapel if ever I saw one.
Your timing is excellent. I'll take the one on the right.
Lord Dagon will welcome your soul in Oblivion.
Stand ready. Parry and strike.
Lord Dagon! Only the chosen will survive the cleansing.
Well, okay.
Back. Thank Talos. They attacked without warning. I was praying in the chapel when I heard Prior Maberel shout. I had just time to arm myself. The Amulet of Kings. I fear that was the target of this attack. I kept it in a secret room in Waynon House. We need to go see if it is safe.
Let's go.
We'll go together. but I fear the worst.
Leader's got one more gold than the other guys had. Okay. I mean, there's ways to go, ways to decide who's in charge go. Oh, that works. Still no word yet on a patch for this, which is a little sad. I know Bethesda are working on one, or perhaps Virtuos, depending on... Yeah, well, it will be Virtuos, but... Yeah, no word on that front that I've heard yet. Funny, in the chapel, Joffrey just happens to have... a big old katana, isn't it? A Kaviri blade. He's a nimble guy. Oh, in here. Evening, Noel. How's it going?
Look at the muscle.
They've taken it! The Amulet of Kings is gone! The enemy has defeated us at every turn!
Martin, he's safe.
So it has not all gone against us. Thank Talos for that. We gained
Quite
Uriel's
curved
heir
on
and
that
lost
grip.
the Amulet of Kings. Martin cannot stay here. We have driven them off, but they will be back once they learn of Martin's survival. Which they will.
Where will he be safe?
Nowhere is truly safe against the power arrayed against us. But we must play for time, at least. Cloud Ruler Temple, I think. The hidden fortress of the Blades in the mountains near Bruma. A few men can hold it against an army. We should leave at once.
Yeah, not bad, thanks, Noel. Decent weekend was had. Back to it now. It's cool. Amulet of Kings.
With the amulet taken by the enemy, we must get Martin to safety at Cloud Ruler Temple.
Tell me about Cloud Ruler Temple.
Cloud Ruler Temple was built long ago by the founders of the Blades, back in the days of Raymond Cyrodil. It is high in the mountains near Bruma. Our ancient fortress, sanctuary, refuge of last resort. Martin will be as safe there as anywhere.
Okay.
We should get moving. I won't rest easy until Martin is safe at Cloud Ruler Temple.
So, well, Bruma's there. Cloud Ruler Temple's up there, is it? Okay. It's a long old trek, especially on foot, with no horse. Well, just better get going. The route, north out of there, okay. So there's a group of us. So you're taking horses, are you? Right. Stage just keeps getting better. Oh, they're just going to ride and watch while I walk. Okay, fair enough. Well, on we go then. Yep, seems to be the way of things. Well, it's a lovely day for a walk in the woods. Although I had a lovely walk in the woods at the weekend until my bleeding hay fever kicked in and I was sneezing like crazy. My nose was running like mad. It cleared out once I got on the train on the way back, but whew, it was not good in the run up to that. I'll grab what cool stuff I can while I'm there. It continues on that way, okay. See if we can't make a few potions in a bit. Set. Probably be pretty dark by the time we get anywhere near Bruma. Especially from puddling along on foot. Oh, bad day to be that guy. What you got? Glass battle axe. Bloody hell, look at the price on that. A mithril cuirass. Maybe encumbered. Well, I thought it might be. So how much do I need to drop? £50. Dear Lord. Let me say this. There might be options. There's some way to help in. Still need to drop a few pounds though. So I'll drop some of these bits of chainmail that are not so good, I guess. How much do I need to drop? Like £5. Okay, I can do that. That's but it'll do. Needs must. Yeah, certainly was not fun, no. Train journey back, I had a bunch of packets of like travel tissues, little pocket-sized ones. Some good fighters, Martin. And I got through like 3 packets of them in a couple of hours. Those travel tissues, it was, yeah, not fun. I've had it worse than that before now, but, ooh, Tiger Lily. The other woman in Peter Pan. Frames are not fantastic at the moment. If there's much I can do about that. I mean, I could lower. No, there really isn't much I can do about it without dipping the quality of visuals, and I'm not sure I'm ready to do that. Let's try that on medium for now. That helps. Nope. No, it did not. Not at all. Anything but, in fact. Dip the shadows a little bit, see if that helps. That probably will help, but I'm not sure I want to do it. Did not help at all. Okay. No point in doing it if it's not going to help. Well, we'll plod on for a bit. See how we do. Alright. Well, while we're at it, let's do a bit of alchemy. Sword intelligence resist poison. Restore fatigue. I've probably got a few bits of restore fatigue stuff, haven't I? For starters. Interesting. We'll go here. Well, the restore fatigue I'm going to get. Else restore health. Daedra hearts. I think. I mean, yeah, might as well. Which strange is going on with us at the moment, just jumping around a bit. Okay, I'll grab a few of those. Sure, so that was restore intelligence, wasn't it? There's a bit of cure. There's definitely some more cure disease stuff. Or this is resist disease. Cure disease, resist disease. Okay. Yeah, I'll do for a bit now. So, was this shock I think I saw a bunch of? So you got a system in. Oh, this is better. I would say the system in Skyrim is better, but that has to do with the menus I've got. Couple of night-eye things, I suppose. That wouldn't hurt. Make a couple of those. This disease, that's worth having. Quite a bit further back than I wanted to go, really. Right, let's try this. Shock. No, it's poison. Paralysis. Frost. Fire. There's a few bits I could do in there. Do I need to really right now? I mean, not really, no. So, ooh. Leg is strong with this one. I'm not over encumbered. I'm fine. Look, as exhibited by the fact that I can sprint. Sir, I'm on a mission from the Emperor. I require your horse. Sir?
You have my ear, citizen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, have it back. Pretty sure that wasn't funny the first time, but you know. Lead Mist Cave, huh? How are we doing on our journey? Oh, we got a way to go yet. Best keep a jog on. Oh! Just the urge to harvest every plant I see along the way, otherwise we'll be here all day. Yeah, I mean, if he's giving everybody who he sees in the woods his ear, that's probably why he's a bit deaf now. How you doing, Kitty? You alright? Trudging through the woods. Steadily up into the mountains. I'm not sure if this is actually the fastest route. You, sir, will you give you your horse? I'm on a mission from the Emperor. No? Okay. Looking a bit chilly. Ooh, that looks like an ain't doing, actually. Interesting that one is not coming up on the compass. Made it? Not quite, no. How about this, Fine, you take Martin, and while you're focusing on him, I'll lacerate your hindquarters or something. Seem to be running off into the mountains in the wrong direction. I have in fact deviated from the road. Okay. Joffrey, you're might unwell, buddy. Me old mucker, me old mate. Might just be an aided magic. Well, I guess it might be, but you still think it would be marked on the map. Speaking of magic. It's a shrine of some kind now. Let's stop and have a gander. We shrine of Akatosh. Another 9, do your duty, pray at my chapel altars to receive my blessings. Wonderful. That was worth it. Not sure if wolf or fox. Sound in the distance. That was a bit more wolfy. The other one seemed to be a bit more fox-like. Athletics mastery increased. Why jog when you can sprint has always been your motto. Now the miles of running and the hours of swimming have paid off. You are a journeyman of athletics. Sprinting now consumes slightly less fatigue. Wonderful, I can sprint a bit further. On account of the fact my horse died and I've now run halfway across the bloody country. So that was Big Baruma. I made it to the road then. We did. Wonderful. Staggering along just fine. The Gerald Mountains. I do believe there's a player home up there somewhere. There it is. It's a DLC one. I don't know if it's the one I would want to choose, but it is so much superior to everything else. And you, sir, who are you? No, but you helped me, so we'll find out he's a bandit in a minute, and then I'll just run off to. You're a bandit, yes. I can't even.
Supposed to be impressed.
Maybe I inadvertently killed the wrong. Oh no, wait, that fella's run off. Okay. Last bow, that's alright, isn't it? What about the rest of it, really? I don't think. What bow do I currently have? An elven bow. Apparently does the same damage, but the glass bow is supposed to be more effective, isn't it? I think so. Interesting looking battle axe. I'll stick with sort of the order that does 14 damage instead. In my hand, as Oblivion's Caresser does a whole bunch of extra fire damage and fire weakness to fire, so probably technically better. There's only 2 points of damage left, and then when you stack a bunch of other stuff on it, might actually be worth having that. There is the question of whether or not I've got particularly well kitted out with soul gems, which I'm kind of not, so I think I'll hold off for now. Excuse me. Right, onward. Ooh, there's a magic stone thing up there. Thanks, Martin. Onward and upward. Interesting looking cave up there. Which means that's the way into Skyrim. If I didn't know better, I would have said this is the road you take before you get caught on the way into Skyrim. At the start of the game. Although I know you caught somewhere over near Darkwood's Crossing, which is nowhere bloody near the actual border. So I suppose you could have been grabbed by a different bunch of soldiers that then met up with the caravan coming from Darkwood Crossing anyway. That would account for it a little bit better, wouldn't it?
I'm listening.
Well, it's a bit late, but I really could do with selling some bits and pieces while I'm here, couldn't I? Evening, Grey. You get to see the through world if you get the right line of sight, so I've heard.
Herald to Countess Narina Carvane here in Bruma. She requests your company at your earliest convenience.
Does she now? Regarding what exactly?
Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come. My lady holds court from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening each day. That would be the best time to see her.
Here's some pocket change to persuade you to walk a bit further across town. Tell me about Countess Carvain.
The Countess is in attendance from 8 o'clock in the morning until noon, and then again from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 8 each day. If you wish to seek audience with her, please return at that time. You're also welcome to wait anywhere in the Great Hall. Good day.
Jesus. Heck of a schnoz that fella's packing. Right, what time are we on now? It's still 2 AM, okay. Hit him with the ugly stick, he's not the worst of sin. Olav's tap attack. Sounds decidedly in-like to me.
Yes?
Counterpoint? No.
Oh, have pity, sir.
I got nothing to eat. Fighters Guild. Mages Guild. Bloody Steep Staircase. Hammer and Axe, that looks promising. Let's start there. Ooh. Fjotrid.
Fjotrid, you need armor or weapons, new or repair. Come to Hammer and Axe.
Sure, buddy. Tell me about Bruma.
I work hard. Folks like Skjorda and Ulfan give us Nords a bad name, drinking and carrying on until all hours.
Interesting. Right, let's persuade.
We'll see.
Not too into the admiring both things okay with a joke and likes being coerced, apparently.
I won't fight you. That's just not... don't try to manipulate me. You think that... my life is drab and wretched by... Don't waste your... You win this one.
Right. Boom.
My life is drab and wretched by... Don't waste your flattery on me. I can't argue with that. That's just not funny.
Yeah. Oh, he likes boasting and coercion, doesn't like jokes. Okay, I effed that up slightly. Right, okay.
That's just stupid. I can't argue with... What nonsense. Such adventures. How I envy you. That's just not funny. Don't waste your That's amazing.
Better, okay. Vaguely resembles progress.
That's just stupid. I don't talk... You win... That's amazing.
Right.
You win... Gracious, what a hero. That's just not funny.
I balls that up slightly.
Not later. Not ever. That's enough. That's just not funny.
Right.
I won't... What? That's just stupid.
Making progress.
What not? You gotta... Sorry, I don't get it. That's enough. I salute you. That's just stupid. I don't talk such rot.
Yeah, screw that one up a little bit.
You think that's... Don't waste your you with such adventures. How I envy you. That's not bad.
Okay. Did I ever check out any of the Beyond Skyrim mods? No, I haven't actually. Checked Bruma. Yeah, sounds good. So you can sort of get out of Skyrim and see cities that are outside it whilst playing Skyrim. Interesting. Vaguely heard them, but haven't actually, well, heard of them rather, but haven't actually played them. Evening, Jim. Right.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
60's probably not going to go, but 55 might. Right. Let's try a bit higher. Something cheap here, shouldn't I?
A fine transaction.
That'll do. I'm not going to mess around with beyond that. Silver dwarven glass. Yeah, I'll keep that for now. Elven bow can go. Battle axe, go. Eyes okay. Shield for now, I think.
That seems a fair price.
Okay, we'll go over here. Sell anything to anybody, can't I? That's the other cool thing. Because my skill is high enough. Yeah. Resist disease, not too bad about that. I try.
You got a great deal there.
Honestly, that's just not enough to make it worth doing, really.
That seems a fair price.
Much of that. Just do it for now.
That seems a fair price.
Some selfies and any of that.
bargain.
There's a carry weight looking. Still fairly sucky, but
Come back and see
better
me
than it
again.
was.
Be seeing you.
Okay. Just make sure I'm still on the right quest. I am. Travels out through Bruma's North Gate. Seemingly, these guys are not going to saddle up, it would seem. So yeah, we just continue on the way we're going. into the mountains. Frame rate's a little better up here. Fast Cloud Ruler Temple now. Okay. See how far we can see in a moment. Probably not far in a snowstorm, but not far at all in this big old mountain, huh? Room looking pretty cool. Possibly detailed. The houses are all about right as well from out here. I'll need to make my way up there at some point. And here we go. Cloud Ruler Temple. It reminds me of somewhere else, actually. Don't know where, but something just twigged in the back of my brain. How's it going, Tangy? It's a large door.
I put myself in your hands.
Grandmaster, is this...
Yes, Cyrus. This is the Emperor's son, Martin Septim.
My lord, welcome to Cloud Ruler Temple. We have not had the honor of an emperor's visit in many years.
Ah, well, thank you. The honor is mine.
Come, your blades are waiting to greet you.
Here we go. Hey, Caleb, how you doing?
Blades, dark times are upon us. The Emperor and his sons were slain on our watch. The Empire is in chaos. But there is yet hope.
Alive. It's a good start.
Here is Martin Septim, true son of Uriel Septim. Your Highness, the blades are at your command. You will be safe here until you can take up your throne.
Joffrey, all of you. I know you all expect me to be Emperor. I'll do my best. But this is all new to me. I'm not used to giving speeches, but I wanted you to know that I appreciate your welcome here. I hope I prove myself worthy of your
I
loyalty.
think a
in the
priest
coming
would have
days.
some practice.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Well
I'll
then,
give him sermons and the like.
Thank you, Martin. We'd all best get back to our duties, eh, Captain?
Here I am. Reminds me of the Greybeard's location.
Speech,
No, it's a
was it?
specific shape.
Didn't seem to bother them, though. The blade saluting me and hailing me as Martin Septim. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I know I would be dead by now if it weren't for you. Thank you. But everyone expects me to suddenly know what to do, how to behave. They want an emperor to tell them what to do. And I haven't the faintest idea.
That's what advisors are for, isn't it?
Of course. The Amulet of Kings. So I, can take it to the Temple of the One and light
Even
the dragon
Fireside?
fires and stop the Oblivion invasion.
And you'll be the Emperor.
The Emperor? That's an idea that will take some getting used to. In any case, we need the amulet first. Maybe Joffrey will know where to start.
What do you know about the
All
Eminent Kings?
practitioners of Daedric magic are familiar with the almost impenetrable barrier between our world and Oblivion. What the Emperor told you implies that the amulet is the key to the preservation of that barrier. What I saw at Kavach. Everything I know about Daedric magic says that such stable portals are impossible. Yet those gates to Oblivion existed. The old rules no longer apply. Kavach is only the beginning of what Mehrunes Dagon will do. If the amulet is truly the key to restoring the barriers between our world and Oblivion, you must waste no time in recovering it.
What do you know of Daedric magic?
I haven't always been a priest. In my youth, I followed a different path. I know more than I want to about the seductive power of Daedric magic. Let's just leave it at that.
Intriguing. Tell me about the Believing Gates.
Something has changed to make these stable portals to Oblivion possible. Joffrey believes that the death of the Emperor and the darkening of the Dragonfires is the key.
Tracks.
Don't worry about me, my friend. I know I'm in good hands here.
I just had a conversation in midair.
You have proven yourself a loyal servant of the Empire, as worthy as any of the Blades to stand by Martin's side during this crisis. As the Grand Master of the Blades, I would be honored to accept you into our order. Will you join us?
Joffrey's voice in particular was always a little bit weird, the way it just kind of falls out of his mouth, everything he's saying. The pacing is really odd. What would my duties be?
The Blades are sworn to the service of the Emperor as the mortal representative of the dragon blood of the divine Talos.
I assume I have to do this in order to advance the story, but I'm kind of inclined to go, nah, maybe in a bit.
Very well. Many serve the Empire in their own way, but we would be honored to have you if you change your mind.
Tell me about Cloud Raider Temple.
This place was built by Raymond Cyrodil Zakaviri Dragon Guard at the founding of the Second Empire. Since then, it has served the Blades as headquarters, fortress, and sanctuary. We can protect Martin here until you recover the Amulet of Kings.
Like a bold Nixon. There's definitely the vibe there around in a couple of spots. Let's see where you're getting at. Or around his cheeks and stuff in particular. Worth it for the free sword. Well, there is that. Although I probably have a better sword at the minute anyway. I don't know. On the other hand, the other thing is it's a katana, so, you know. Not entirely sure I can approve such behaviour. Yes, exactly, Caleb.
You're right. We must try to recover the amulet before the enemy takes it out of our reach. You should go back to the Imperial City. Boris may have learned something about the assassins. You'll find Boris at Luther Broad's boarding house in the Elven Gardens district of the Imperial
Why?
City.
Weird place for him to be.
The Amulet of Kings is the key to everything now. Once we have it back, Martin can use it to light the dragonfires in the Temple of the One and reseal the barriers between Oblivion and our world.
Okay then.
Give my warm regards to Boris. Tell him he should not blame himself for the Emperor's death.
It's urgent.
He did well to send you to me.
What's on your mind?
It's Martin. His security, I mean. I'm just not sure we're doing enough. He's the last of the Septim line. His death would spell our doom.
Yes. I see your point. The others feel the same way?
Good morning, sir. Concerns all of us.
That's a fair question. Why is it the Amulet of Kings when it's an Emperor and a King? No, I nearly fell off.
Enough chatter. Back to our duties, eh?
I mean, it's definitely more temple than fortress, although it's a bit of both. Like, you can stand on this wall and fire down, but you got no bloody cover from anybody shooting up at you. There's a reason castles look a certain way. Like, you know, that, more or less. You'd need more men in some ways to defend Bruma, but only because it's bigger. Oh, few men can hold this place against an army. Well, not really. Army will batter down the gates and just pick you off a few at a time. From the outside. It's not actually that secure at all. Maybe Earl was demoted. More like defenestrated, really, wasn't it? So, what have we got? Well, I think I'm going to hold off on everything else for the minute. Make my way to Shaden Hall. Because I want to buy a horse. And there's at least 1 or 2 quests to do there when I get there. I mean, there's quests to do everywhere. I mean, logically, the other place to do a bunch of stuff would be Bruma, seeing as we're up here at the moment. It's the sort of the newest town. Then move on from there. Yeah, let's do some stuff in... do I know about the free horse? I know about the one you can get from Wayne and Priory, which is currently 6 feet under. So that's not going to help me very much. I know about Shadowmere, but I'm not quite ready to go after that yet, I think. I need to look into the impact of having my infamy go up. Yeah, last time Primobal's horse, or Maribor, or whatever his name is, the guy who is also now dead, it was killed while we were questing for our shiny new armour. A slightly frosty looking armour. It does look quite cool even though it's frosty as. Was probably tried to report crime. No, they're not snitches in this game, I don't think. That's just scare a minute. I could hear something there. Oh, Stablemaster in Imperial City might get me on. Milk Thistle. That's a good possibility, yeah. Snitches get sent to the glue factory, yeah. Go Gregor Clegane on the thing. Too many different games. I can't remember which bloody button to press. Oh well, we'll soon fix that. Horses in Oblivion report crimes as well. Sounds about right. Horses in Oblivion, chickens in Skyrim, innit? Right, so we've got a quest to go and talk to the Countess. Is he trying to shout or is he trying to vomit? Or has he just been kicked in the nuts? Could be any of those things. I assume Shadowmere is not a snitch, though.
I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite.
Not exactly, it was 25 gold. No wields a katana correctly. The only correct way to wield a katana is to melt it down and build a decent sword out of it. You know, one that's not all bent and excessively rigid and actually has a workable point.
Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Nerina Cavane. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying. Well,
Not
it's
really.
safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing. A particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete.
Intriguing.
I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone.
I have a number of thoughts on this particular subject. To be fair, Caleb, I do actually want to play Ghost of Tsushima at some point. It is on the I'll get to it one day list. It's not an opinion, Gray, it's a fact. They're not as good as they're made out to be. Not even close. Bruma bows down, Chancellor Okato. Okay, we'll go way down.
Some see only the conflicts between northern and southern cultures, but I see the way they are stronger when woven together.
Fair enough. Chancellor Okato is the current stand-in ruler, isn't he?
He served Emperor Uriel for many years, and so far he has done well in an impossible situation.
10 times, Caleb. I assume you mean Ghost of Tsushima, not something else entirely. Which, with a lack of context, could be twisted slightly there. Roger, the club, the Nikitana? I wouldn't go that far. Maybe a stick. But I don't think I got quite as far as the club. Give me a longsword anyway. Caveman supremacy, there's something to that. It's longer, it's got a point, it's more flexible, or a better point, I should say. More flexible. I was, interestingly, looking at a bunch of antique katanas in the Royal Armouries this weekend, on Friday. They are smaller than you'd think. Or at least the ones in that collection are. Mind you, I couldn't really speak to the lengths of the blades that were actually in sheaths, as they were in sheaths. I couldn't see them. But the ones that were actually not, and actually didn't have handguards or hilts or anything else, they were just the blade, were out in the collection, were interesting to see and really quite short. And there were other ones that were shorter, obviously, different types of sword, but yeah, it's weird to see, especially with a full-size longsword standing in the corner over there. It's okay, so tell me about this Draconian Madstone you want.
The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet,
Correct, Noel.
This talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass.
You don't count the blade. No, don't you worry. My bag wasn't that big. To be honest, there was something, I was finding a number of bits of armour more interesting, really, than swords, from what I saw. I did see some pretty cool swords. I do need to go through a lot of pictures that I took at some point, but yeah. It was also kind of amusing to notice just how small certain sets of armour actually were, and not a great deal smaller than you'd expect, but some of them did just look a bit oddly smaller. 2 feet long. A bit longer than that, usually. Did with spears. Yeah, you don't get a lot of fantasy games that do spears well. Elden Ring has a crack at it, but still not as fun as some of the other ones, unfortunately. Which is a problem in and of itself. So tell me about this Pale Pass place that the stone that you wanted as well seen.
With the history of Pale Pass?
Nope. No, and I don't care. No.
Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders. The force became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea.
Isn't most of northern Cyrodil really freaking mountainous, and therefore extremely unlikely as a place an army would choose to go to fight? Not impossible, of course, but, How's things, Steve? Anyway, you have a good weekend? So the alliance into the conflict?
Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated.
Interesting.
It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone.
Again, I don't think I want some ancient relic called a Madstone anywhere near me in a world where magic is actually a thing. Just because, you know, it seems like madness is liable to ensue as a result.
If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. Are you game?
I think the average size was a little bit smaller now, but not by as much as you might think. There were some fairly friggin' large bits of armour as well, to be fair. And I don't mean just the horse armour, that was huge. Actually, it wasn't that huge, but it was fairly huge. But yeah, I think the average height was a bit smaller. But also, you do need a certain amount of space in armour, but at the same time, when it's made well, it fits better than you'd think. So it just takes up a bit less room than you might expect. I think that's part of it. There were some fairly hefty bits for, you know, jousting and shit like that. For heavy mounted combat. There was some very big stuff, but some of the other stuff was surprisingly compact. Darth 30th, nice. That was a good weekend. If a fairly standard Monday. Sure, I'll help you out.
I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within
Have
can
questions?
lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well. I'm also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site.
There's a lot of assumptions here. How about the
I
diary?
paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks. These landmarks are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragonclaw Rock has been located. I'll mark it on your map. The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed. Be cautious and return home soon. Good luck.
Be wary, since a disturbance in the Force.
The messenger's diary will make a nice companion to the Madstone in my collection. The Madstone awaits.
Any rumours?
Andel Indaris may or may not have killed his wife, and it may or may not have been an accident. And I doubt we'll ever know for sure.
Interesting.
May the path ahead be free of danger.
I guess the guard captain would be interested in sharing some information on
Greetings,
that.
Imperial brother.
Welcome back, my lord.
What's this about?
Well done, Gray. Right, so where is this Springler Rocks up there? Okay. Okay, what time are we on? Just after 10? Alright. Let's go and grab the other free horse. And see how we do from there. If I can. Leave. It's the lady in here, isn't it? Did you get lost on purpose, though, Steve? Another question?
What?
Snack grabber. Don't mind a snack.
Good day.
I have a feeling this particular ship has sailed.
Evening. What can I do for you?
You can shave that awful facial hair off for starters.
Bye.
Well, I think the opportunity has gone by because I spoke to the woman before and didn't get a horse off her at the time. And that particular ship has sailed as a result. So we'll bounce over to Shadenhall and get one of the better horses. If I can. Yeah, that does make a certain amount of sense there. What I understand, short of Shadowmere, the best horses is to be acquired here.
Are you shopping for a horse?
I am indeed, sir. First, I'm going to try and chat you up. So, he likes to be coerced and then boasted, but not so much the other two.
I wish I could say that's just not. Don't try to manipulate me.
They're not.
I wish I could say that. That's just not. No more. You're frightening me. What a dumb. Not now. No more. What a great story. Don't talk such. No more. You're remarkable. Sorry, I don't get it. What a dumb joke. Don't talk. No more. Remarkable.
Yeah, some progress at least.
The black horses of Shadenhall are the finest in all of Cyrodil. None are faster, and only the white horses of Anvil are stronger.
5,000 gold's a lot, but I'll do it. Hang on, let me just check how much gold I've got first.
There is no finer horse in Cyrodil than the black horses of Shadenhall. Good day.
How much cash do I currently have? 27 grand, he wants 5. It's a lot, but it's worth it.
The black horses of Shaden. You won't regret it. Go out to the corral. Mivrina will have your new black horse saddled and ready for you.
Emphasis on the fact it's a black horse, which is actually why I came here, because, you know, partly for stats, partly because black horses are arguably, in my humble opinion.
Your horse has been saddled.
Thank you. Just cooler looking. Guess I have to actually talk to her.
If you want to buy a horse, you too.
Is it this one? Aha! My black horse! Could armor my horse. I don't know if I want to armor my horse, though, to be honest. I do have a question. Horse armor doesn't actually do anything, does it? First gen sat nav, that seems more likely, yeah. Right, it crushed, yeah. Yeah, they started dropping glass stuff already, guy. Just very recently. Yeah, I don't seem to recall horse armor actually does anything. In terms of protective value, I might just quickly double check that though. Give me 1 second. Bum. Doubles the health of the horse. Yeah, that was kind of where I was getting at. Yep, not seeing anything that gives me any useful other feedback on that front, so I don't particularly want to do this. I'd like to rename my horse if I can. Can I rename my horse?
What is it?
Oh, it's matching armor. Never mind, sold this guy. Actually, I might see if I can rename my horse before I do.
I own the Blackwater. I don't have. Goodbye.
No, he cannot. Okay. I mean, I could ride all the way to Kvatch, just on my own, but I think I'll fast travel. Yeah, I do vaguely remember hearing about the matching horse armor now that you mention it.
I've looked everywhere. Perhaps she's still in Kvatch in a basement hiding.
I just can't sleep. I lie down and close my eyes, but...
Do you want another treasure blessed by Akatosh?
Equipment.
What do you want?
Armor.
Very well. Which category? Naturally. What do you want? Very well. Which category?
Naturally.
Imperial Stable Master. Okay. That seems weird. What I'm going to do then. Can. Load back over there and bounce back. It's better. Something's catching the light.
Afternoon. What can I do for...
On my horse.
What can I interest you in?
Order armor. Apparently I can't tow Daedric, or so it would seem. 500's too much, we take less.
I can't afford to do that. Yes?
So she likes jokes and boasting.
That's pretty good. Don't try to manipulate me. That's just talk. What nonsense. You're wasting your breath. That's pretty good.
Speechcraft mastery's increased. Now journeyman, when persuading character, get one chance to rotate the wedges without having to select an action. Oh, very nice.
Most impressive. That's not quite. What can I can't afford.
Oh well.
What can I appreciate.
Cheers, Craig. Now I've got my shiny looking horse. I can go back and probably get it killed in about 5 minutes flat. That is definitely an improvement. It looks way better than the steel armor did. It's considerably faster than the paint horse I had before. There's a small moth fluttering around in here. It's catching my eye. Well, that metal does rather undulate in an oddly fabric-like way. As does armor often.
You look like someone who's comfortable.
Yeah. Ought to be by now. They had more ingredients spawns the world. I wouldn't be surprised. You can buff your horse. Oh, that'd be fun. I did hear somebody managed to set up something so they could literally bunny hop across, well, jump clean across Cyrodil in a couple of jumps. Lots of magicka and fortified agility and things like that. Cheers, Xion. How's it going? Matches my order armor. It's the new DLC stuff. Comes with the remaster. Basically, comes with the version that I have. I'm not sure if it comes with every version. I think it does. But I don't know. Also, I've just remembered I was being chased by a mountain lion, and they don't de-aggro in this, do they? Music has stopped, though. I think maybe they do. No, they do when they are killed. By a random dude whose dog also died. Sorry, buddy. I ignored the mountain lion and his dog died because of it, because I couldn't be asked to get off the horse and kill it. He killed it successfully, though. It's a good armor set. Do I have better armor? Arrows, rather. I do, but they don't look any better. I don't have very many of them. Got somebody there, didn't have any pants on for a minute. Right. Some stuff that I would like to store. It's most of it for now, isn't it? Okay, and the level to get, but there's no door on my room here, because of course there's not. You've been trying too hard, thinking too much. Relax, trust your instincts, just be yourself. Do the little things and the big things take care of themselves. Right. Just refresh my memory here. So, what goes on? Tribute. There we go. Maximum Magicka regeneration, maximum fatigue. And fatigue regeneration rate. Okay, I think going down that road then. Right set, wrong order. That's the way we want to do it. Willpower and agility up, so my fatigue goes up. And that'll slowly buff my spell casting as well. Nice. So I'll pick this up in the morning when I'll actually have a bit of daylight when I get where I'm going. Oops, I forgot to change the game screen. Do apologise. I'm back. Yeah, so I just put my points into agility and willpower, and then the last two leftovers into intelligence. In short. in order to buff my stamina more than anything. Right. So, Count's Carvane, that's telling me your scouts already located the first landmark. Multiple map show should begin the journey from there. Okay. Onward. Better daylight would be appreciated. Just gonna find this first landmark. I see. Okay. That's correct. It might be a little bit more of a suggestion than a permanent feature here. Ooh, that was a big old lag. Scouts didn't get very far, did they? Arrived at Dragonclaw Rock. Should consult the diary to learn the way to the next landmark. Okay. Ah, I see. There's a wolf shoving me. Okay. Right. Where's this diary then? Diary translation. Heavy heart, trembling hand, I penned this last entry. Several days since I've seen anyone else on the road from my garrison at Grey Ridge. Road is lonely and treacherous. I'm rushing my supplies to prepare for a tough path ahead. As long as Raymond Cyrodil's army hasn't located our headquarters at Pale Pass, the journey should be fairly uneventful. I admit I'm nervous. It's an honour to be selected to carry these orders to our fort, but sending me alone is a calculated risk. While it's not my own life I'm worried about, the importance of the contents of the orders aggrieves me. If they're somehow lost, the fort will not know that the supplies are going to be delayed by a month. Without that knowledge, they may choose to press attacks on the front line. As their supplies dwindle, they are counting on the supplies to be there sooner. I must not fail getting this message there. The slate rock that the orders have been carved upon weighs me down and is a constant reminder of more than the physical burden I carry. In 2 days, I finally arrived at Dragonclaw Rock. Great Zone appears to reach down from the north and strike at the heart of Remus's forces, like our armies have been doing for the better part of a year now. I have still encountered no one on this trail. I hope that as I head due west along the narrow path, I will find someone who can give me news as to how our men are faring in the war. After winding my way westwards, I have come within sight of the Sentinel, a huge statue placed by some unknown artist many years ago. So I need to head west along a path until I find the Sentinel. How you doing, Berserker? You alright? Go for a winding path that heads west towards a Sentinel. Looks like it might be this. Ooh, we got some trouble. little worried about my horse there, but we survived. So did my horse, not the point. Cougar's teeth. Minotaur horn. So, I have to conclude that I'm not in the... Oh, that looks like a sentinel, doesn't it? So I must not be on the right path because I can't find any sign of... There we go, lift the veil. Reach second landmark sentinel. Consult the diary. Get you eventually. Silver Warhammer. Yeah, right. Right, where's that translation? Stone's watch pointing north as if daring anyone to cross the borders into the Imperial nation. Remus would be quite angry if he knew we used this very statue as a waypoint into his domain. Last night I encountered another one of our messengers who had been beset by a pack of mountain wolves. His leg was hurt badly and I managed to help heal it with an ampule of medicine carried with me. His name was Sailage and was on his way from Pale Pass to request more supplies. I discussed with him the irony of our meeting and he decided to travel with me back to the fort since his mission would be needless. We planned to leave at nightfall. I am using as much of my remaining strength writing this. As we made our way north from the Sentinel, we were attacked by perhaps the same pack of wolves that had attacked Sailage. He chased them off earlier after being bitten, and now that they had tasted blood, they returned in greater number. Fighting back to back, we slew at least 8 of the beasts, but not before one of them clawed my gut and left a terrible wound. Really? As far as I'm aware, they tend to use their teeth, not their claws. Wolves. We drove them off, but I am bleeding badly, and the only medicine I have I gave to Sailage. We decided to continue north until we reached the portal to the Serpent's Trail and seek cover inside. I will write more soon, but I'm asleep, so there we go. In a bit, go. Yeah, it always does feel like it's an age away. Ah, that looks like a portal if ever I saw one. Underground passage, traverse if I'm going to find the ruins. Just see what else we've got. Last entry, I shall be able to write, enter the trail near Daedra, seeking shelter from elements of wolves. Did not foresee the creatures inside to make the Serpent's Trail their home. Did not see them clearly, they were huge and strong. Sailage died instantly as one of them cleaved off his head with a single stroke. There were 3 of these huge, ugly man-like creatures. As I ran as fast as I dared to dark tunnels trying to escape, but as I fled, one of them hurled a boulder at me and struck me in the back. I managed to crawl through a small opening and escape the lumbering monsters. Soon realised that crawling is all I would be able to do. I think the boulder shattered my spine. I can no longer feel my legs. My wound from the wolf attack has reopened. I lost so much blood. I feared this is as far as I should be able to go on. I failed in my mission. I have been unable to get these orders to the fort at Pale Pass. I am so close and yet may as well be leagues away since I can no longer walk. My strength is draining. As a fellow messenger or soldier picks up his diary. Excuse me. Please get my orders to the fort before it's too late and tell my wife Vata that Jafiri will always love her. No, poor fella. $30 seconds, that's not worth having, really. Yes, use burden icon doesn't seem to want to go away. Ow. Oh. There we are. Waiting on PC parts. Yeah, and finally. Bethesda very kindly offered me a Steam key for Doom Dark Ages. So I could just about maybe play on this computer, but I sure as hell wouldn't be able to stream, so it's somewhat awkward. Discovered the body of the messenger who penned the diary. Even though he died over 1,000 years ago, bones have been well preserved by the frost in the caves. He seems to be clutching something in his bony hand. His orders. Near the body of the messenger, I discovered a slate tablet with what appears to be Akaviri writing. It must be the orders the messenger spoke of. Probably be valuable to the Countess. Spriggan and an ogre. But Spriggan and encounter it's in the dark where we can't admire how thick they've made it. Yes, there's one down. Oof. Survived. Nearly went a bit wobbly there, but that should be healing potions if I have any, shouldn't it? It's not great, but it's what I've got. Like Oblivion's got more stuff in it? I don't know. I feel like Skyrim's lacking, to be honest. Ah, fuck it. Better. Big points for the Olympian. Fortify acrobatics, athletics, agility, and speed. Why would I not want to take them? Because they don't give me a great deal of protective value. Or match my armor. Tempting, though. 3 points of armor, probably worth having the extra benefits, really. Ooh, good punch. Oof. You put up a fight. Oh, we'll see how I feel when I get back to Skyrim, but I don't know. Gotcha. Blizzard bow. And something else. Jordan necklace, okay. What's this blizzard bow look like? 3 damage and fortify frost damage on strike. Okay. Okay. Well, upgrade. It's an elven type bow, but he's magic, so you know. Why wouldn't I? Don't use bows a lot in this game, but at least not in this build anyway. Oh, time we on that time. And press ahead. Another ogre. Helps to have a scamp stood behind him, throwing fireballs at his butt, doesn't it? Feck. Gotcha. Cuirass of Battle. Okay, you have me interested. 9 as opposed to 10, but fortify heavy armor. It's Dwarven. Don't think it's going to really help. No, I think it's really worth it. Action? Oh, yeah. I think I need a magic weapon, don't I, for those things? Do I have a quick magic sword or something? Oblivion's Crest, that'll do. Okay, I didn't get quite the way I was expecting, but hey. Through houses, I think, aren't they? There's not really any dwarven ruins here. The weird thing, yeah, there is the aliens. I have a disease, apparently. Enchanted items about to deplete. I don't think that's entirely accurate. I'm over encumbered because I have an annoying disease, don't I? Drain strength, yeah. That's actually somewhat annoying. Do I have a cure disease? I believe I do. Good. Cheers, buddy. There's something broke. I don't have any spare hammers to do anything about it with, I don't think. No. Oh well. We shall have to put it on. What broke? That's the question. My cuirass. Oh well. Alright, dwarven one for the minute it is then. A book there, didn't I? And we're out. Emerge from separate trail, find myself face to face with the legendary Pale Pass. This path winds down into a snowy valley. If I follow it, should lead me to the ruins. Indeed it should. I'll hold off on using my horse whistle spell for the moment. You're obviously not supposed to have a horse on this side. So... I will adhere to that for the moment. Now what you buggers busted. Now my helmet's busted and all. Bloody ogres. Got my scamp already. Another busted piece of armor. Now, what else is broken? Helm. Sword's barely hanging in there. I said something else was broken, but nothing else is broken, so okay. Ah, we have a statue. And another bloody ogre. 2 freaking ogres. As soon as tell me the same apparel is broken. Little backups certainly will not go amiss. Whew. Somehow I don't think an ogre's going to have a lot of use for a lockpick. Fix the idea that I'm over encumbered either. I don't carry that much stuff. Right. Cure disease? Yeah, that works for me. What else could we go for? Let's see if there's anything got a long list. Chameleon, apparently I got a whole bunch of stuff there. Okay. We want it, but it's the wrong button there. Where are you? Interesting. How's it going, MB, right? It's definitely a case of don't ask, I think. See, I think. Right. I'm going to do a bit of resist frost, I think. Okay. Star Magica it is then. I'll leave for the minute. Should be able to carry weight anyway. Yeah, fine, screw you then. Oh, come on! That's your melee fucking hit range, man. It's a joke, it is. Yeah, not too bad, Emmy. Had a good weekend. As per the video that went up earlier today. You're fucking kidding me, right? $5 a quid for every time I had to point out that if I could see the front edge of the fist as it goes whistling past me, it did not hit me, I'd have some pounds. The usual weirdness, I should imagine. Unnatural behaviour and things like that. That's usually what's going on in chat, I think. I'm not over encourage you, fat sod. Absolutely fine, and you're a liar. I have absolutely nothing I'm prepared to drop. Right, here's some more alchemy it is then. Alright. Yeah, definitely not the best UI I've ever dealt with in things like this. Ay, 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 ay. Well, I have a small amount more carry weight. Wonderful. Discover the crumbled worlds of the once mighty Fort Pale Pass. What? Okay. Fort Pale Pass. Okay. It appears to have been destroyed by a landslide long ago. Should proceed into the ruins and search for the Mad Stone. Oh, that late already. A quest for the Mad Stone might have to wait until next time. Who needs a warhammer when your fists are that big, right? Now then, I was going to try it and inch my way up onto this here rock, wasn't I? That's succeeded! Haha! Wasn't worth it in the end anyway. Oblivion's, well, it's post Skyrim, innit? So. A ring around the roses. There's a buddy over there. I'm gonna do. I don't think frost damage will bother him very much. I'm honest. Eat him. Somehow he jumped over there. Right. Why is it still glowing if it's got no enchantment on it then? I call bullshit upon this. Also, don't see any evidence to tell me how much charge it's got. How do I check the charge it's got? That maybe? Okay. Charge 230 uses 16? Are you shitting me? Fucking point in that. Ugh. I felt more robbed in my life, but I cannot remember when. Or put upon, and so on. Well, folks, it is after 11 o'clock and past time. I chilled, I think. So, yes, we will have to continue our journey into Pale Pass Fort next time. Interesting. I need to recharge a bunch of stuff, drop some more stuff off again, apparently. And then what do I need to do? Then we'll push on into dungeon. I'll probably do it between the sessions. The question is, do I do that tomorrow or not? Decisions. I don't know. You did, Gray, just about. When you submit charges, if I level certain stats, I'll get to that eventually, but I didn't see anything about that in me. I think it's just been set up to do, you know, just made naffly. It's a base roll rather than one I crafted, so yeah. It's probably just a bit of a naff weapon. Thank you, Berserker. Don't wake us cross guard on this one. Oh, this one for sure. But it is a Daedric weapon. They're all ridiculous. So, I'm deliberating whether or not to play more Oblivion tomorrow and Fallout on Wednesday, and then Avowed Thursday and Friday if we need to, or jump into Fallout tomorrow, play Avowed on Wednesday, and wait from there. I don't know. I'll play Oblivion tomorrow and Fallout Wednesday. Be nice to wrap up Avowed, but I think one, maybe two streams should do that. I don't think starting early is really going to be all that helpful. Yeah. We'll see. I think, well, no, I can't stream Doom, so that's off the table, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't, but unfortunately, that is the reality. I have to see. I think I might do Oblivion tomorrow, Fallout Wednesday, and then Avowed on Thursday, because I don't think there's going to be any advantage to only doing the one Oblivion stream and then pushing everything else forward a little bit if it works, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, probably more Oblivion tomorrow, and we'll pick this one up then. I think that's going to be the play. If you haven't seen it already, linked in the pinned comment, little vlog from the weekend when I went to Royal Armouries and got to see Well, got to see Doom Guy and the Dark Ages exhibition thing that's going on there, the Slayer Tapestry, which was good fun. And got to hang out with a few people, albeit relatively briefly, but it was cool. And yeah, had a good trip up to Leeds. So yeah, if you want to have a quick look at some fun pictures and shots I got from that event, then yeah, it's only a brief video, so yeah, have a look. Revenge of the Savage Planet, huh? I'll have a gander at that one then, great. Mind you, I've got plenty going on at the minute, so we'll have to see. Okay, note made. Resident Evil Village, it's on the to-do list. It is definitely on the to-do list. Ridiculous but good fun and solid mechanics. So I'll have to have a look. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired today. I need to have a relatively long day tomorrow because, yeah, I've got at least one video to do tomorrow. Well, I've got a video to do tomorrow. And then need to see a whole bunch of other things to look into at least. And I've got a lot of pictures to go through and sort out things. And I put a few up on Instagram from the event last week as well. So I will do, that is to say. But I need to go through, edit and tidy them up and stuff first. Mostly involves cropping them, to be honest. So everything is more or less the same size and I can have like consistent posts and things. But yeah, other than that, I've also got a load of stuff from my YouTube-related wanderings that I also need to tidy up and figure out and that sort of stuff, so that should be cool. I actually took my camera out and used it as a camera for once, which was nice. As a video camera, it was struggling a bit with some of the low-light stuff, but as a photography camera, it was doing it rather nicely. Quite happy about that. So, yeah, I'll have a few cool pictures to put up anyway. Definitely took enough. Yeah, so I think we'll do some more Oblivion tomorrow. Video tomorrow should be Fallout related in a roundabout sort of way, which should be good. And I'll have to do probably a Fallout build later in the week, I suspect. I'll have to come up with something. I've got a few ideas, possibilities and things. Where are we? List down here somewhere. Let's go away. I've already done that days ago. Don't know why I wrote what I did there. Oh yeah, that could be a cool idea. One of those just to wait until the next update. I see the camera didn't like my head being so close. Not surprising. Don't blame it. But yeah, definitely got at least one idea for a camp build later in the week anyway. So that should be cool. Yeah, it did get a bit weird there, didn't it? Yeah, so should be a decent week. Like I say, if you haven't seen, do check out the video listed in chat. It should be cool. Hell of a hair close-up, right? Yeah, definitely a bit of a close-up, I suppose. I can't see the preview and my post-it notes at the same time. I could have picked my post-it note up, though. But that would be like a normal and sensible thing to do, and when the fuck did I ever do that? It's not my kind of choice, really, now is it? Anyway, yeah, that should be a reasonably solid week, I think, with a lot of photo editing to do. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. We've had fun. Bit of a late start today, but, you know, today's video took a bit of work to edit, and the cat kept climbing all over my mouse pad, which made life considerably more difficult, not to mention distracting. So, yeah, that was the whole thing. Yeah, back to hopefully something vaguely resembling a rhythm tomorrow. Should be good. So, until then, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed tonight. Do appreciate you being here. Do hit the buttons if you haven't already, like, subs, notification bell, and social media links in the description if you find YouTube's notifications not too reliable. And yeah, channel memberships if you're interested are always appreciated. Yeah, And on that joyous note, have yourselves a good rest of your evening. Sleep well and all that good stuff. Chill, something like that, if you've got a bit more day ahead of you. And I will catch you all around about 8 o'clock tomorrow night for a little more Oblivion, which should be good. So, till then, see you next time. And folks.